Once upon a time in the mid-2000s, there was an influx of stealth action-based games. And there were even a lot of stealth games that you had to do, a lot of stealth elements you had to use, and a lot of third-person shooters. But there were some games that just went way too far. I mean, it's one thing to have to remain stealthy and unseen in a game, but how in the ass do you make a game where you have to remain stealthy and unseen, yet you're forced into a lot of rapid-fire situations where you're in close combat? And of course, what I'm talking about today is Triggerman, stepped and approved by Crave Entertainment for the PlayStation 2. It seems like this company was like the LJN of the 2000s because every game they published seemed to have been just like frustrating as hell, and it was as if the company knew they were going out of business and wanted to piss off every customer that ever bought any of their video games since the start of the new millennia. And with this game, Triggerman, they definitely succeeded.
When you begin the game, you're immediately thrown into a board meeting room where the Don Condangelo discusses your duties and your needs to sneak into this rival Don's casino and steal diamonds from a vault. Sounds simple enough, but why can't I hear them say this? I mean, for fuck's balls, like, it was the year 2004. They could have added some voice acting to this, but then again, considering how bad they fucked up in Bad Boys Miami Takedown, I guess they want to take that risk again. Okay, break into vault, steal diamonds, remain unseen. Oh my god. Come on, get him. Get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. What? Like, what kind of body armor are they wearing? Like, this shit could deflect a rocket. And if it's so strong, how are they able to move around so freely? Shouldn't the weight of this armor slow them down? Hell, they're even able to switch cover zones and run faster than I can. How the hell is this possible? And it doesn't help defending myself either. Trying to get headshots are like trying to grab a wild lizard by its balls and then just jerk the semen out of it while trying to escape a 50-car police chase in a car that has a broken suspension like on Speed Rumbler. Everything is like super sensitive, and believe it or not, they seem to move very fast. Like, either I move very slow or this guy moves very fast. You can't just seem to adjust the inverted aim, and it somewhat increases the fire speed when you do it, but man, like, why does it take so many shots to kill this one guy? Like, what the fuck? And what really demobilizes my balls about this game is you can't pick up any discarded weaponry after they die. The only way to even pass one part of each level is to look for an ammo crate, but they're located at like the very beginning part of where you actually start the fucking game. So that means every time you need to reload, which happens like every gunfight that you get in, because you pretty much like have to be very precise with your aiming, and because your gun only has like 2 magazines, that means you have to, like, after every 15 round shots, you're fucked. You have to keep going back and reloading. So you have to go into the other room, go through all these slot machines, get ammo, go through all the slot machines again, go into the room where the remaining enemies are, and then restart the whole gunfight as if it never happened, just because you had to get some fucking ammo. And the fucking enemies are retarded until you shoot them, and then all of a sudden they become special alpha cops and suddenly start ducking and jumping and shit and dodging you in cover zones and going into formations. The best way to take them out is to closely watch the formations and just be very patiently when you fire, just pick their heads off. And then, you know, take them out, take out the ones with the lowest health first. Luckily, they have health indicators and you can visualize this. And then you want to take out the ones that has the most powerful weapon, and you want to take them out first as well. But this is honestly the best advice I could give as far as to beating them, because if you try to go out there and just Rambo it, that shit does not work in this fucking game. And it just gets to be way too many fucking enemies against this one single line of defense, which is just me. I mean, it's no problem. I'm not bitching about that. I mean, but the aiming is just not designed for rapid fire. And majority of the time, you're forced into rapid fire situations. You need to be extra careful when opening doors too. Because if you're not looking at the map, which I'll give Crave Entertainment and their developers credit for making an easy to follow map, then you'll run into an enemy and then lose a chunk of health. You can get knife kills on here, but you have to be very selective on how you do so. When you hide behind this counter, a guy with the AK-47 is waiting for you to just pick up that ammo and then just fuck you up. So you have to stay crouched and then watch him and then his Goyam that's firing in patterns. Fire at him first. Because, as I've mentioned before, enemies with the strongest weapons will take you out first, before anybody else in this game. And with the terrible aiming, you're forced to watch how they move. Once you make it upstairs, a guy with a shotgun bursts through the doors and needs to be quickly dispatched. Then you get the shotgun, thank God. Although most enemies are pretty far away, so it isn't the best weapon choice. But it is better than that damn pistol. You'll need to sneak around the guards, and if you're lucky enough, you can save ammo and you can get a few knife kills, but once again, you have to be very stealthy. And there's 2 rooms with different health pack options, so it'll be most efficient for you to use the one and then save the other one later. Then you enter the vault and you go through a wave of guards, steal the diamonds, walk out towards the casino. But then waiting for you are the police, so you have to find a way to sneak out. At first, you're not going to have a fucking idea as what to do, so you have to go through trial and error in this part. Come on. Go. Damn. After ducking and then waiting for the first 2 guards to walk upstairs, it's better to then sneak past them and then go around the pool tables without the other 2 guards on the opposite side spotting you. In this stage, you're supposed to meet with the Don and then take him out. It may look kinda simple, but this part is incredibly frustrating. You have to get used to aiming with this sensitive ass sniper rifle, and if you get spotted, then the other 2 guards will keep calling more guards that's on the ground to keep coming at you. Come on. Get him. Damn, he's caught him again. It's like this part is like trying to win a prize on a carnival. Like, you just have to be spot on. Like, just try to aim straight at the radius point and just pray that you can shoot them. If you can survive that bid, then you'll have to kill this Don and then take help. Yeah. If you can survive this bid, then you'll have to take out the Don and take out his help as well. If you can slightly position yourself behind the furniture, then you'll take out the guards with the pistol, and then you can switch to the sniper rifle and then take him out. But then 2 more guards distract you by bursting open the door. So try your best to concentrate on him and then just focus on taking him out. Then you can retrieve a health pack, and then you could even acquire his AK-47. But then comes the hardest part. You have to get this C4 that's hiding over like this grass area and then blow open this gate. But this game took this part way too far. I mean, it's similar to Super Thunderblade's difficulty. You could barely focus on firing because the minute you switch cover zones, these fucking guys with AK-47s appear. And then the minute you could get enough space to even try to snipe them, more motherfuckers suddenly start coming out, and then you barely have enough help to withstand all this. I mean, only I could just take out these guys. Alright, got him. What the fuck, another one? How the hell are you expected? How are you expected to survive all this? Damn, like, you barely have enough energy to take out the guys you initially had to take out. I mean, what is this game made for? A real life Navy fucking SEAL? Fuck it, man. Let me just try to grab the C4. Shit, man. Fuck this game. Saying this game's aiming is good is similar to ice fishing for a minnow at 20 feet below the surface with a fucking toothpick that's been marinated inside a war assist nutsack. I mean, you just can't make a third-person stealth shooter with jittery-ass aiming. It's like pulling a snapping turtle's tail and then sticking your tongue inside his face to try to mock his misery. It just isn't a good marriage. In this stage, you're forced to stop the Don's daughter from taking over, so you go through an array of enemies possessing shotguns and automatic rifles. And like any good Crave Entertainment game, you're stuck with a fucking pistol. But you have a submachine pistol with 2 30-round cartridges to help, so I can't complain. But that's not to say it's without its frustration. You're forced in so many rapid fire situations, yet you can't waste any ammo and you have to remain stealthy. One thing for certain is you're going to have to get used to firing within specific cover zones, and you're going to have to take your time. Because if you want to speed through this ordeal, then impatience is one of the worst factors you could be thinking in this game. Come on, man, you can do it. Let's get the hell out of here. Damn it. This stage seems really long too. After you kill a load of guards, they don't seem to go away. Then you have to chase this guy to the rooftop, and then you have to take out everyone around him. It's annoying as shit because you can't really see where everyone is firing from, especially the people coming from around the corners. But in the garage is when things gets to be the worst. But it's near impossible to kill all of them at once, and you'll need to be creative to separate them. But this part can make all of your hard work fail if you lose, so take your time. Once you get to the next level, Don Condangelo and the other Don you killed in Stage 2's daughter have a meeting regarding this war. It doesn't really go too well, and in the end, you and Don Condangelo have to get the hell out of there. And it's not the kind of game where you really want to do escort missions on, especially with this rapid fire situation. And every time you have to refill ammo, you have to keep going downstairs and then repeating this cycle. Or let's say you kind of reach a little bit further on the bottom level where the ammo crate is. Before you can reach upstairs and you need to refill ammo, you have to go all the way back to the crate, refill ammo, and then go all the way back upstairs and repeat the same cycle. I mean, then when you get to the second level, it's once again the same thing. Why didn't they just have an ammo crate on each floor level? And this guy doesn't follow you as well. If you aren't making sure he's holding your hand like a child, then he'll get killed very quickly, so you'll need to stay nearby. But if you need to refill your ammo, he just locks in position. Hopefully nobody will attack him, because I'm not going to just keep standing by him. In the subway area, you have to take advantage of the environment. You have these flammable tanks that'll explode, so be sure to look out for them and take out enemies that are too far to view. This part is fucking ridiculous. Once again, you're thrown into combat with your pistol and the Don's pistol as if it makes a fucking difference, and you're fighting all of these guys with shotguns and M16s. And then you're supposed to remain stealthy. But by this point in the game, stealth really doesn't even matter. I mean, who gives a toad's titty about being unseen? How about being alive? Come on, kill him. Kill him. Fuck, man. Who the hell survives 3 12-gauge shotgun blasts to the face? Alright, what the hell? More people? What the hell? Okay, this is where I draw the line.
Now, to tell you the truth, Triggerman is playable, but if you can't get used to his clunky controls, stay away from it. Stay far away from it. But it's not one of the only games I've played with really bad aiming, and it's supposed to be a stealth game. I mean, I've looked into quite a bit of games for 360, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, and I found one game in particular that was pretty bad. But most games that I've seen, like it's never really anything different. It's always the same plot. I mean, it's not like, you know, you're this like sole Black Ops agent whose dog was raped by a government Project Mothman, and then all of a sudden you're trying to uncover this government conspiracy and kill a bunch of people in the process. It's never anything crazy like that. It's always like where you just this sole unknown military guy and you're just going around killing a bunch of people. It has no plot and no definition to anything. So of course what I'm talking about today is Sniper Ghost Warrior for the 360. And it's one of those games, once again, where you have to have a lot of stealth going on, but it's just not worth playing. So let's get into it.
I'm assuming you're some special forces sniper who was sent on these solo missions to take out terrorists. Aiming seems to be unstable. Rather, you're in a fixed position or you're moving. It says that your aiming is dictated by your heart rate and your weapon control. But even if you're relatively calm and you're holding the gun the same way your fucking field instructor instructed you to do so, then you can still miss targets. And you really need to play these kind of games, these 720 HD games on a 720 HD TV. Because if you're trying to get the gaming experience from an SD TV, you won't be able to see shit. The graphics aren't too bad, but this game doesn't seem to really bring them out in a special way. They just still seem bland. And the melee system sucks. All of your weapons suck, except these automatic rifles with the scope attached to it, basically. And at times, it can get hard trying to it can get really hard as tits when it's like a gaload of enemies coming on the screen. And then you have like these little ass areas you're able to cover in. For something that's been released since the popularity of Battlefield and Call of Duty, I mean, you should have more weapon choice. I don't understand why you're just supposed to be stealthy, but you only have a fucking pistol, a knife, and basically an automatic rifle. I mean, this is not a real sniper rifle. I mean, it's a good gun, don't get me wrong, I like it, but this is not a true sniper rifle. I thought this game was going to be you crawling around, having to be unseen, and literally having to pick people off with like 9 bullets. I mean, this is not a true sniping game. There are too many fucking guards with this little choice, and this makes the game boring because it's been way too many military shooters that's like this, and this doesn't really seem to split the difference. As I've mentioned, stealth aspects are very weak in this game. They might as well have just left this out. Whenever you sneak past one guard and take the other one out, you still somehow run into a group of other guards and then you have no way to stay covered. Health is very limited in this game as well. You can stay covered and regain consciousness, but it's very despairingly when you can actually run into a health pack. And when you do find one, it's not like you can just run into it and then replenish the system. You have to actually select it with the B button and then inject it into yourself. Man, I fucking hate the firing and covering since it plays more like a third person. You're stuck in this first person perspective, and it would have been greatly helpful if you could switch between a third and a first person viewpoint. But instead, this game was very lazy with its aiming techniques. You're stuck in this same viewpoint, which is similar to Triggerman's, but way less sensitive. If you're able to get past all the chaos with escaping from this little village, you have to sneak past everybody without being spotted, period. I don't have a TV with the perspective ratio a little bit bigger than whatever this is, 4:3, so I can't really see what's around me a little bit better. But with the shittiness of this game, I don't really think it's going to make too much of a difference because I still can't really see shit. It's like trying to hear a specific chirp from a specific type of bird, and you're somebody who's deaf and can only hear chirping sounds. Shit, man. Why are there so many of these bad games?
Sniper Ghost Warriors suck, and so does Triggerman. But Triggerman is one of the worst games I've ever played. I mean, it really is just no reason this game should be like this. I mean, it's not even like the game is boring, it's just annoying as fuck. I mean, it's no reason that it should take 9 shots to kill 1 man. It is no reason that 20 men should be just trying to kill you. I mean, this game literally is like trying to mix vodka with cake and milk. I mean, this shit is just a horrible concoction. It's not anything that's gonna make you better. It's just gonna make you puke. So whatever you do, stay the fuck away from this because it's a horrible experience. I thought Bad Boys Miami Takedown was bad. This shit is worse.